Welcome back, everyone.
Happy 2026. This, of course, is the first episode of the year of the
Yeah.
Nest podcast, the show where real estate, community, and a whole lot of fun collide. I'm
And
Brad Brewer, of course.
I'm Vincent Devall with your friendly neighborhood real estate agent, this guy.
Yep, it's me.
We're with the Eagle Homes team and Coldwell Bankers. So welcome.
All right, today's episode, we're saying goodbye to 2025.
Yeah.
It was a very good year overall, interesting year.
To say the least.
Been what we want to talk, been the topic. And so now, hello to 2026. But before we dive into the recap, Vince, I believe you got a fresh one.
Yeah, 523 Chapel
Okay.
in Twin Lakes. It's currently priced at $359. 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch, just blocks from Lake Mary.
Blocks. All right. So, as in grab your coffee, take a stroll, and suddenly you're living your best lake life.
Yeah, we're about 2 blocks, exactly that. We're about 2 blocks away, whether you're boating, fishing, paddleboarding, or just enjoying the peace
Okay.
of the water. The location's prime. The home itself is clean, well updated, and move-in ready. You can literally drop your bags and plan on having your first barbecue this summer.
Okay. I'm going to put you a little on the spot before we go into the next
Yeah.
topic. Tell people a little bit about, for those that don't, this house is in Twin Lakes.
Yep.
What are some nice features about Twin Lakes that you can just off the top of your head?
Man, just, the community's starting to come together and have a lot of different, summer events, winter events. They have the ski team down there that you can go see. I think it's
on Lake Mary.
Yeah, on Lake Mary Thursday nights and Saturday nights, or maybe it's Wednesdays and Saturdays. And then just a ton of different up and coming restaurants, little hangouts. So great little community for that.
Yeah, and I won't leave it in the spot. I'll throw a couple in for Twin Lakes too. You mentioned Lake Mary. It's got two lakes.
Yep.
Lake Mary, Lake Elizabeth. So it's a two-lake community. It's also great driving proximity to places like Burlington, Lake Geneva, over to Kenosha, things that have more different types of restaurants and shopping places, stuff like that. It's also a very popular commuting route for people that still work in Illinois but wanted to move over the border. So
right.
It's very popular.
5 minutes from the border, right? If that. It's kind of crazy how close it is. So before we jump into the rest of today's episode, real quick, highlighting local community, local business, Loop Commons in Burlington.
Yep. Yeah. Back before we had this gorgeous office space, we were grinding, brainstorming, and building the Eagles home team right inside their shared workspace.
Co-working desk, private office, meeting rooms, the podcast space, and then being just different community entrepreneurs that pushed us forward.
Kept us humble, scrappy, and a vision of what could come. So, and now we're here, but definitely for those that need that shared office space or don't have the office space or want to break away from your home office, and you're like, you know what, I need a change of atmosphere,
right?
Change of scenery. Really, I think friendly rates for, a couple hours, or if you want a day rate for the shared workspaces.
Yeah, great way. So we wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for 2025. So let's recap 25 and launch 2026 today.
Yeah, so for those, this was one of those years where everything kind of, I think our team perspective really clicked.
Yeah.
The team grew, the community showed up. And I think we have some really positive momentum, not only for our team, but I'm going to go back and say for the community as well, because I think we definitely want to continue to show our appreciation for the community that supports us.
So let's talk a little bit of growth, impact, and a whole lot of hustle from the team, right?
Yep.
Let's hit some of the highlights. This year we added 2 new agents, bringing the team to 11 total.
Yep. A full crew of talented, very driven into people that I think do a great job also supporting and collaborating with each other.
Yep, yeah. And every one of them brings something different to the table. We have agents that are, the focus on downsizing, investors, licensed both Illinois, Wisconsin, some individually in Illinois, some just Wisconsin, but just a very unique group of agents that help us be successful.
Exactly. I want to put some nice recognition on our team as a whole. So we were named Coldwell Banker 2025 President's Club. Essentially what that does, that puts us as a team perspective as a top 1% performer in our company, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and it's a testament to consistency and the care of helping the families out there. This year, pretty good.
Mhm.
Out of 174 families that we help buy or sell, that's a 55% increase from 2024. And here's the crazy stat: over 50% of those came from our sphere of influence or referrals.
Yeah, I think that's the part that hits home, and it's something I know that we talk about within the team is how do we stay in communication? Because one of the big things I always like to point out is we're not just here during the transaction period. I've got clients right now that I'm planning 2 or 3 plus years out
Right.
for their next move, wanting to move to a different area. Maybe they just know they're going to need a bigger home, different life changes or whatever. So we provide, if you need a contractor for just about anything, we
Yep.
usually have a pretty good list between the team of people that we can recommend that are trusted.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's the trust, that's the relationships, that's community that we're talking
Mhm.
about. This is about creating relationships. It's about genuinely wanting to help people, create that generation. I call it generational wealth. In real estate, generational business that constantly, or it's something that constantly grows. Kind of like
yeah. And I think our community impact has been good.
good.
I'm a little more driven this year
Yeah.
to step that up. And it's not me, it's not Vince, it's the entire team chips in when we do this. It's just not just
Right.
us, it's everybody. I was very, very proud that we donated over $10,000 to different local charities, schools, and other types of organizations. We participated in 4 community events this year, also as part of the fundraising factors. So those are huge things that I just hopefully I don't hope I know we're going to continue to grow that.
Yeah, yeah. And when we talk about just rankings within Coldwell Banker, other cool thing is we're the number 1 team in Coldwell Banker Realty in Wisconsin,
Mhm.
and number 3 in the Midwest, which is kind of crazy from where we were last year and even 2 years ago.
And I know what it would take for us to get the number 1 in the Midwest, and that's a big team.
Yeah,
That actually I think reaches outside the Midwest because it's such a big team.
they do.
But I think it would be an amazing feat if we could catch it. Maybe we'll get to number 2 this year. Maybe we'll get all the way to number 1.
Yeah, we'll see.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's something to build on, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely something that I'm proud of. I know the team's proud of that. What we did in just 1 year's time, just 55% growth. And you said
Yep.
that is amazing in itself. And we do it a lot to our very trusted clients.
Yeah. Now let's talk about a little bit. Let's give a quick snapshot of where January was, where December ended,
Mhm.
what that looks like from average interest rates, pricing, things, and so forth. So interest rates,
Mhm.
January 7.16%
Of
is the
2025
average
last year,
of 2025.
yes,
December we ended where?
6.2.
So
So over almost a full percent drop.
right.
Not quite, but almost a whole 1% drop. So what does that mean? Well, you talk to lenders. I've asked lenders this before. Hey, if I already own a home and I already have, maybe I bought when the interest rates were in the sevens, when should I look to maybe do a refinance? When would that make a big difference for me? And they usually say, I've heard anywhere from about 0.5% to even a full percent drop.
Right.
We're in that range. So if you're still one of those over 7%, might be a good time to reach out to one of your local trusted lenders
I
that you
agree.
have. If you need references, of course, we would love to provide those to you.
Yeah, and then there's sale prices, right? Obviously, interest rates drop.
Mhm.
Inventory is still kind of at a very, it's not as bad as it was 3 years ago, but it's not great.
Mhm.
It's still lower. But sale prices in Wisconsin, actually, I'll let you talk about Wisconsin. I'll cover Illinois.
Yeah, no problem. Wisconsin was up 15.84%, so almost 16%. These are Kenosha, Walworth, and Racine County stats because that's predominantly where most of our team focused on and where a lot of our sales were.
Yep.
And that's where we kind of focus our stats on.
And just let me throw that out, single family home.
Okay,
Not
yeah.
talking investments, condos, vacant land, but single family homes only.
And that's higher than I think was projected. I think projections were down around the 5 to 6% range.
Yep.
Number of factors that I think went into that. I don't think interest rates came down as far as people were hoping, so sellers were holding on to their homes. There wasn't that, well, I like this. It was more of like, all right, we're going to sell if we need to do this.
Yeah.
For those different types of reasons. But
And what's crazy is, Kenosha County and Racine County and the cities both, made Realtor.com news, which is kind of crazy as two of the most growing markets.
yeah,
I think part of that is, the word on the street is this corridor, I-94 is the next Silicon Valley. We have the land to put up. Microsoft's purchasing a
Yeah,
lot.
Microsoft's data centers
Yep.
construction's been underway now. If you already have Amazon, which I know they're not tech companies, but I mean online e-commerce,
E-commerce, yeah,
Uline,
right. So,
part of that. So you've got a lot of those companies, and you're hearing rumors of other types of companies like the Microsofts and others that are coming to town.
right. Now, Illinois sale prices over Lake McHenry, Cook, and DuPage counties, kind of that northeastern
Mhm.
Illinois area, grew about 4.78%. Back to a little more realistic 5 to 7% growth that we expect. It's steady, it's healthy growth across the board for
Yeah,
both areas.
yeah, just under 5% is really, I mean, for compared to some other states right now that are actually going backwards or
Mhm.
actually losing value. Now, granted, these are some of the East Coast, West Coast where there's a lot of moving out of. So there's a lot of factors in that, but that's pretty healthy for Illinois.
Yeah. Now, let's talk a little fun stuff. Outtakes for 2025.
Mhm.
Brad's gonna appreciate this. Like the time we tried filming a listing video and a squirrel stole Brad's granola bar. Uh,
Yeah, well, I mean, that though always triggers me on the golf trip. Remember when the goat drank my Bloody Mary?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like I don't know what it is, but animals apparently like to eat my food. So that's I mean obviously
He saw opportunity.
the squirrel was very fearless, saw an opportunity, and wanted my granola bar.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for the squirrel. And then or the kid at the community event
The hot dogs, right?
who
Yeah.
asked if we were the guys from the YouTube who talk fast. Oh,
Honestly, pretty fair. Sometimes we get into these podcasts and we just friggin' ramble.
that that is actually I do tell people like if when I get really into something and I know it really well, I have to really focus
And slow it down.
and really slow it down. So it's something I've been working on, kid.
I will tell you, in when I managed healthcare food service, we called it the pregnant pause.
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds weird. For those that don't know it, pregnant pause is you never want to go up to a woman and ask them if they're pregnant or ask them when they're due, especially if you're not sure, because that could be one of the biggest mistakes you've made if they're not pregnant or not expecting.
Or
Right?
here's a fun one for the kids. The fart smell pause.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So,
So anyway, or our team outing where half the team forgot something essential: keys, water bottles, phones, you name it. I think that was the Brewer game trip, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually I thought well, my most memorable part of the trip was the bus ride home when
Oh my goodness.
we all were
Karaoke.
karaoke basically.
Yeah, to whatever music we found.
It was a good mix.
Yeah, yeah.
We left no genre uncovered, maybe except for opera.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the cool things. We like to have fun,
Mhm.
but we're also really good about helping our clients and getting through some of the questionable situations.
Absolutely.
So let's jump in. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So let's jump into 2026. Let's talk about this year where focus is intentional growth, smarter systems, and deeper community impact.
Yeah, one of our biggest goals this year is helping more agents grow their business with the right tools. So, Vince mentioned earlier on we had 2 new agents come on in 2025. Where are we at 2026, by the way?
3 currently.
Which we're gonna get. Well, I know we're gonna get into this in a second, but
Yeah,
we'll get into that.
yeah, yeah.
But one of the things of why we're growing is where our focus is, which is systems, leads, support. And probably a tool I'm missing, but
Collaboration, right?
Our follow boss, which is our CRM, which is every agent's kind of like must. You have to have something to operate your business. Every organization, especially in today's world full of technology, has to have a system that operates your business. That's followed for us. And then from lead generation with tools like Fellow and other things.
Yeah.
I think it's a benefit for the entire team.
Yep. Yeah, because success in the numbers, the consistency and the follow-up, that's when agents have the right system, everything becomes easier, right? if you can just look at one spot in your system and say, okay, here's my active clients.
Yep.
Here are people I need to follow up with, right?
Yep.
This is what they're looking at. It drives so much opportunity for our agents.
Yeah.
Uh,
And now as I started to reference growing the team this year to last year, where are we at this year officially?
We're currently adding 3.
We're adding 3 right now.
There's 2 to 3 to potentially 4 that we're still in conversations with. And it's really not to get bigger, right? But it's to get better. It's to have more support means smoother operations, happier agents, and more balance at home.
Well, one of the things when we first started this team was not to just grow and try to add the quantity,
Right.
but I think we've really done a good job focusing on what the quality of who we're adding.
Right.
Are they a good fit to the team? Will they be good collaborators? Because collaboration is huge. Like,
Yeah.
I see it all the time at our group text, the agents helping each other out, which I think is amazing. I don't think you get that in all organizations, whether it's real estate or other organizations in business. And I'm very proud to say that our team does a great job of supporting each other.
Yeah. And it's really about that collaboration. They got to be a good person, right? Like it's got to be someone that can just mesh well with, everyone on our team. And I think that's, one of the biggest things we've done and added.
Yep. Kind of referenced this already. We talked about kind of what we did as far as giving back to the community this year. We're looking to at least double that this year, especially with upcoming. There's some street repair projects, Pine Street. That's going to be a big thing. Business is going to be hurt, and pay attention to those businesses that are going to lose some foot traffic, especially from consumers that are coming from outside of town that are not going to deal with that. I'm a big person. Like, all right, well, if I can get this, Walmart's going to make enough money. If I can get something that I can get at Walmart at one of our local businesses, I'm going to try and do that.
Right. Even if it's a little bit more expensive, it's about supporting that business. So this is our home. It's our kids' home. It's our clients' homes. We want to be part of making it better, and that's why it's important to us to give back.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, our mission stays the same, right? It's building relationships, helping families build generational wealth, making real estate simple, empowering, and fun.
Yeah, and some can be challenging sometimes, but and that's just honestly just find a little bit of ways to just enjoy some of the most simplest things in life. I beat myself up on it last year, and I know you're this way a little bit too, or a lot of it is you're like, just take a second to smell like what we did.
Right.
Like it's just I've seen you do it. I know I do it. It's like, all right, well, I just did this. All right, what's next? And just taking a minute, it's like, oh, that was really something cool. Not whether it was for us or the team or somebody, just taking that moment and be like, great job. Let's celebrate it.
Right.
Okay, now let's move on.
Yeah. Yeah. And to everyone who trusted us, referred us, worked with us, or cheered us on this year, thank you very much. You're the reason we get to do what we love here in our town. Yeah.
And as we've mentioned several times, our team is truly the people that we have on this team is what makes everything work.
Yeah.
We could not have done this. I mean, we could have done our own deals, but to branch out and support, especially the community and different things we have, we totally owe it to our amazing team.
Yeah. And so that's a wrap. Goodbye, 2025.
Hello, 2026. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Have a great week, everyone.